What is up, guys? It is your boy, Skinny Pete. You guys remember that movie that Mila Jovovich was in around 2002 that was directed by her husband, Paul W.S. Anderson, which I'm pretty sure they weren't husband and wife then. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I do know that they are, of course, now. But yeah, so today's video, I wanted to talk about the Resident Evil movies. I wanted to talk about the fucking, six movies that were made by Paul W.S. Anderson, and I also want to talk about the recent one called Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City, directed by Hans Roberts. Let me make sure I'm saying that right. Okay, so I think I'm saying this right. Johannes Roberts. Thank the gods for fucking Google Translate, because I probably would have never been able to pronounce that right. Especially the first time I'm making the damn video. So, yeah, let's go ahead and start with the Paul W.S. Anderson movie. So we all know about that whole situation, the reason why he even started with the project, started doing the whole movies. He originally did the original Mortal Kombat movie, and he was going to do its sequel, but because of scheduling conflicts, I believe that's what the problem was. He wasn't able to do it, and so they had to get someone else, and then that movie was a complete shit show, and so he regretted that ever since. So, Resident Evil was like his redemption for what he missed out on directing the sequel to fucking Mortal Kombat's Annihilation. Now, I still have not seen the original Mortal Kombat movie, and I probably should. And I don't plan on seeing Annihilation. I heard that the writing is so fucking bad, and I'm not even going to get into that. So, for one thing, I personally like the six Resident Evil movies directed by Paul W.S. Anderson. I actually think that the third one is their best one. You can say otherwise, and I am a fan of Resident Evil, and I know there's people out there I know that there's toxic fans out there that will say that, oh, you're not a real fan, because real fans don't like the movies. And it's like, okay. I like the movies because they're stupid fun. And there are some moments in the movies that I do kind of like, but the movie does have a lot of issues with plot holes, retconning shit, and so much. I know from like the 2002 movie to the one with Nemesis, which I think was Apocalypse, was the second one. They were, doing those bullet shots, and I know back in the early 2000s, they were so obsessed with catching bullet shots, and some, I think we could all agree that The Matrix does it way better. Though I'm not gonna lie, I mean, I know there are people out there complaining on how bad those movies were, but then when it comes to Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City, that movie was fucking awful. Yes, it was more accurate than the Paul W.S. Anderson films. However, it was a lot worse. Now, maybe that's saying a lot, but the CGI, some of the CGI within the Paul W.S. Anderson films improved over the years. Some of the CGI in the Welcome to Raccoon City was complete garbage, and I don't understand. I understand it's like a $25 million project, but you'd think that, $25 million is a lot of money, right? Now, I did find out that, some things were definitely cut out of the movie, and there was supposed to be apparently more scenes with Ada Wong, played by Lily Gao, and they cut those out and saved it for the post-credits scene.
You never told me your name.
John Cena! Now, get ready for this. Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City made $41.8 million. Well, actually, yeah, worldwide. So, that's ridiculous. And compared to the Paul W.S. Anderson movies, the first one... Okay, so I don't know why, but I only named the first and last Resident Evil movies that made money of Paul W.S. Anderson, not all of them. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now, and that way you guys will know, and then I'll calculate it and show you guys how much it made worldwide. So the first movie, which was directed by Paul W.S. Anderson, made $103 million. Resident Evil 2 Apocalypse, which wasn't directed by Paul W.S. Anderson. It was actually directed by Alexander Witt, and it made $129.3 million worth. The budget for Resident Evil 3 Extinction was $45 million, and at the box office it made $147.7 million USD. Afterlife made its budget was $70 million USD, and its box office was $300.2 million USD worldwide. Resident Evil Retribution, its budget was $65 million USD, and its box office made $240.2 million USD. And now, in my opinion, I'm going to share my opinion on this movie. I did not like this one, and I think there was a good bit of people who also did not like this movie. This was probably the worst one in the series, but other than that, that's what I want to share in the final chapter. Its budget was $40 million, and it made $312.2 million USD. Whew, that was a lot. So, the reason why, also, Paul W.S. Anderson did not direct Resident Evil 2 Apocalypse was because he was directing Alien vs. Predator, which came out in 2004 as well. So, he was filming that as the second Resident Evil movie was being filmed, and so he couldn't do that, so, that's the reason why. Okay, so you can actually just look it up. It's just how much did the Paul W.S. Anderson Resident Evil movies make, and it's altogether $1 billion. All 6 films made $1 billion. That's more than whatever they plan on next for the new Resident Evil movies. So, it makes you really think, though. It's sad, because, I had so much hype for Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City. If you've been in my Discord server, or my old Discord server, you will know that I had overhyped Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City, saying that, oh my gosh, look at the accuracy. I was posting pictures, even on Facebook and my other social media, I was posting pictures of, the set photos. And I know that it was being filmed in Canada. I just don't remember exactly what part. There was just so many great things that they were doing, and I was hyped for it. And as a Resident Evil fan, you would be, right? And then we get the final product, and then it's like, what? I mean, yeah, I know about Wesker's double crossing, that makes sense, but fucking Annette was also a part of, the stupid shit that her fucking husband was doing. Now, don't get me wrong, a lot of the actors and actresses did a fantastic job, and honestly, I think the closest actor that was accurate to the games was Robbie Amell. I really think Robbie Amell did fantastic as fucking Chris Redfield. Tom Hopper, some of the actors definitely needed more time. Neil McDonough, hopefully I'm saying that right. He's a perfect villain. I think he was perfect casting choice for William Birkin. The movie should have been better written, and I do know that the same writer, also the writer that wrote Mortal Kombat 2021 also wrote this movie. And we do know that Mortal Kombat 2021 was also poorly written. But it was still a good movie, actually. I mean, I still loved the Mortal Kombat 2021. I thought it was fantastic, and I still love it. It is probably on the top 3 of my favorite video game movies of all time. That's basically all I really have to talk about. I just wanted to talk about this and bring up the discussion. What was your favorite Resident Evil Paul W.S. Anderson movies? And did you like Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City? Or did you not? Tell me what you did like. Tell me what you didn't like. And same thing goes with Paul W.S. Anderson. So this has been Ren Gank. Thank you for watching Dead Claw Entertainment, and I will see you guys in the next video.